Hi, welcome back to my studio. I'm Barbara Swift and you're watching BSwiftArt. In today's video, I'm mixing some more colors. We've been doing some color charts lately. I'm going to be using Daniel Smith Moonglow and also Daniel Smith French Ultramarine today. So let's see how these colors mix up. So in my little plate here, I have the blue and the Moonglow. So this is the French Ultramarine blue, and I'm just adding water. We'll mix that up. Scrape off my brush a little bit, add a little bit more water. A little bit more. So I want to drag my brush across the bottom of the plate, and I can see the plate there, and it fills in pretty quickly. So I think a little bit more, and that'll be the right consistency of whole milk. Okay, so that's the French Ultramarine, and then this is the Moonglow. This is a really different color. It is a gray, dusty, purpley color. I use this a lot for shading. I love this color for shading. And I'm doing the same thing, just adding plain water. And I can see the bottom of my dish, and it's filling in pretty quickly. So we're at the milk consistency, like whole milk. So when I say that, I have kind of a way of judging how much paint and how much water to put to make my effects, you know, whatever techniques I'm using. So it ranges all the way from like melted ice cream or like a whole heavy cream all the way down to skim milk. Skim milk, of course, would have a lot of water in it and would be very transparent, where the ice cream consistency would be very thick, or the heavy cream. It'd be very thick, almost, you know, right out of the tube, but not quite. You still have enough water in it to where you can work with it. But you can watch that video if you're interested in seeing all those different stages. So here I have Moonglow, and I'll put a little bit here. You can see how it's kind of like a grayed down purple? It's pretty. Neat color. And then French Ultramarine blue. Beautiful blue. Okay, that's a great one, of course, for water and beachy stuff. So on the side, I have different percentages. If you've watched my other videos like this, you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to mix different ratios of the color, 100%, 75 to 25%, 50-50, and then I'm going to come back from the bottom up, do 25% and 75% and 100%. I'm going to explain that to you right now. So I'm going to start off with my Moonglow. And I'm just going to do it like 100%. So I want it to be kind of dark on this side, and I'm going to just drag my brush down and feather it out. So you can see that it can, just by using less paint, you're getting quite a bit of variation from dark to light. And I'm going to go ahead and mark these percentages, because this is how the order I'm going to do them in. So I've got 75, 50%, 25% of Moonglow. And then I said we're going to kind of do the opposite, because this is going to be the French Ultramarine. So I'm going to go ahead and take my French Ultramarine and mark this other side with my blue. And I'm going to do this little thing we did up there with the Moonglow, and just kind of thin it, spreading it out to see how light can I go. So you can see this is the dark end of the spectrum to the very light. This almost looks like the sky, clouds, you know, the cloudless sky. That right there. Pretty blue, very pretty blue. Okay, so now I'm going to take 75% of my Moonglow to 25% of my French Ultramarine. So I'm going to go over here and get I'm going to take 3 or 4 brushes of this and kind of scrape it off, get some of that paint, and I'm just going to eyeball 25% of ultramarine blue, and I'm going to mix those together and come over here to my chart, and we can see how that color's changed just by adding that little bit of the blue to the Moonglow. And we got a nice deep kind of blue jean denim blue. So here's it at its darkest, and you can thin it with just using less paint all the way to this lighter color. And now we're going to go 50-50. So in this well I have 75% Moonglow, 25% French Ultramarine in here. So now I need to make it 50-50, so I need to add another 25% of my ultramarine. And we'll mix that together. And hopefully we kind of have a 50-50 ratio. And I'm going to do that again here. And you can see it's a little bit brighter on the blue side than the one above, but toned down quite a bit from its 100% version. So here's the dark, here's the light. And now I'm going to take just 25% of the Moonglow. Get a little bit of that in there. And then 75% of my French Ultramarine. And I think that about did it right there. Might need a little bit more of that ultramarine in there. See if I can't get just a little bit more out of here. Make it a little bit bluer. And let's see what we got. So yes, you definitely see that it's bluer. Let's put a little bit of water on my brush. And back it this way so we can see how light it can get. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit bluer here. Okay, and now I'm going to take wet on wet technique. I'm going to take water and just put it in my little teardrop here. And also I'm just going to put some freestyle over here. And I want to take this pure color and just kind of drop it in there like this. Okay, just dropping it in. And then I'm going to take my pure Moonglow and drop this one in. Just here and there. I want them to kind of mix on their own. And see if I was just going to drop them into a painting, what they would look like and what colors would come out of this. So, you know, I'm just kind of, if it was in a painting, then that was more technical and I wanted to keep my shapes, I definitely have to move it around a little bit so I can see what I have here. So I can see my blues here and my Moonglow, which is kind of a purple. And then get some of this water out of here. Then you can kind of see where they've mixed together, and I've got a little bit of this darker blue in here. This has a little bit more blue in it. Here you can see more of the Moonglow shade right here with the blue, and then here's my mixed tones. Very pretty, fun color to work with. So yeah, if you want to tone down your brighter blues, the Moonglow is a great choice, and you can get more of that denim-y look here, or more of the sky color. Very pretty. Okay, thanks for watching me. Thank you very much, and I hope that until we meet again, that your life is filled with lots of peace, lots and lots and lots of love. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, subscribe and like, and you can also ring the bell, and that'll tell you when my next video is coming out. Okay, until we meet again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.